Hi guys, in this video I'm going to show you how you can use an app already installed on Windows to edit some of your teaching videos. So if you've got, for example, some screen recordings already recorded, I'll show you how you can now edit them for your students. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start by going to the search bar at the bottom and I'm going to type in photos. And this will be an app which is on Windows, and I'm just going to click this and it'll open up. Now you'll have slightly different images here than me. These are just some of the projects I was editing and working on. You'll notice you've got something called Video Editor at the top. So if I click that, I can now create a new video project. So I'm just going to click New Video Project, and it's asking me what do I want to call it. So for this example, I'll just call it Lesson 1, and I'll click OK. So I'm just going to explain the layout. You can import screen recordings, photos, or any video clips here. This is where you'll view those video clips, and you can do things like trim, you can split the clips, you can put text on top of them, make a title card, and this is called your storyboard. It's also known as a timeline, so you'll have, like, say 3 or 4 videos here, and it'll just play through them in succession. Think of it like a slideshow inside of PowerPoint or something like that. So what I'm going to start off by doing is I want to add some video clips to my library so I can start working with them. So if I click add, and I'll go from this PC, and it'll just open up a little Windows Explorer. Now I know the stuff I want to do is on my desktop. It's in this folder. I've got an introduction which I recorded on the camera, and I've got a screen recording. So I'm going to hold Control and select both of them, okay? And now I can click open. And what you'll notice is I've now got two different video clips in my project library. However, what we want to do is start editing them. So first of all, my introduction here, I'm going to click and drag this down to my storyboard, okay? And all this is now is, if I scroll through, this is the actual recording I took. Now, let's say, I'm not going to play this through, but let's say, for example, you only wanted, it's 2 minutes 39, and you'd listened to it through and you thought, right, I want from 2 minutes 20 onwards. I just don't want the beginning of the clip. So what you can do is you can do trim, okay? So trim this video clip. So make sure we've got this clicked and selected, then go to trim. And remember, we've listened through and we think, right, I only want the last, say, 20 seconds. So you can play through in here and start listening to it. And then let's say, right, it's from here onwards, I just want this last little section. Let's say that's it, and you can click done. And now all you've got is that last 23 seconds of the video clip. And let's say that's perfect, that's our intro, done. Brilliant. What you can now do is get your screen recording and bring that down. Think of this as slide 2. So slide 1 will play directly into slide 2, just like a normal video. So for example, if I just come back here and click play,
I have a planned out color scheme.
It'll go from this.
Chart. So let's stop wasting time.
Let's turn the sound down. It'll go from this straight into, I didn't cut off the end, stopped recording, but it goes straight into the next video, we'll call it this slide. Now again, what we can do is we can come into this as a 15-minute video, and we can, let's say, for example, let's trim the first, say, 11 seconds off, and let's say the last however many seconds. Let's say you don't want all of it, you just want certain bits. You want to trim the beginning and the end off. Same as before, come in here, click these, and then you can click done. You can also, let's say halfway through, let's say it's 15 minutes and 15 seconds. Let's say after 7 minutes, you actually want to put, for whatever reason, a video halfway in between. You don't want to trim it all the way down. You just want to put a video in halfway through. Well, that's what split will do. So if we go to, first of all, I'm going to import a new video. I'm going to go to add from this PC, and this is another additional video which I would use in this lesson. And I'm going to click open. Let's say this video, I wanted to appear halfway between this screen recording. Well, what we can do, select this, go to split, and we've got 15 minutes and 15 seconds. Let's say, right, at the 7-minute mark, or you listen through and you pick an area, but let's say for now, the 7-minute mark, I want to split this clip into 2. You'll see clip 1 is this first dark bit, clip 2 is this second bit here. I'm going to split it in half by here and click done. So you'll notice now we've got that 15 minute and 15-second clip has now been split. So I can get this additional video, click, and I can drag it between the two. Okay, so we've now got a whole video constructed of 4 videos. Another thing we can do is, let's say this is our intro, but let's say you didn't actually record an intro, or you wanted to do a title card at the beginning. Why don't we click Add Title Card? And it just puts this little thing for 3 seconds at the beginning. And if we play, for example, we can just see it's got a nice subtle basic animation that comes up with title, and then it'll go straight into our next video. So let's right click this and go to edit, and let's edit the text. What we've got is we've got a bunch of presets in here. So let's go to adventure. Let's scroll through and see what that one looks like. Pretty cool. If you're like teaching a sports course or a nature course, for example, that looks like it might be useful. Let's have a look at joy. This is, again, just a fun kind of different one, and that's what it looks like. You've got additional options of layout, and this is where you want the text to appear. So let's say it's at the top, or let's have a preview of that now. It's quite nice. Let's say it's at the side, in the middle, but small, at the bottom. This is all the stuff you've got to play with. Let's now call it lesson 1. And yeah, let's say we're good with that. You can scrub through all of these. Let's have a look at cartoon. Yeah, basically very cartoony, pixely. Look, there's loads of stuff you can play with in here. You can also, that's editing the text. We can also, let's just pick a nice one, impact. You can also go and edit the background. So let's pick the background color. Maybe your institution or your college uses orange. Well, let's use that, or let's use green. And again, the text in here, just kind of pick whatever you want. Joy was quite a nice one. I like that. And we can click done. So now we've got our title card, which goes into the next clip, which goes into the next clip, which goes into the next clip, and so on. Let's say halfway through, we're on this clip by here, and we can tell because it's got a blue line underneath. Let's say we actually want some text to come in as the video is playing. Well, click the text button. So let's say at 2 minutes and 12 seconds, we want the text to come in. We've listened through, and this is where we want it. So let's click text. And now, very similar to before, it's going to come in, let's say, wherever we want, and let's click simple. So at 1 minute 55 now, let's just click simple text, and I'm going to type hello, and what will happen is that's where it's putting it, okay? So we'll come back and just give it a play, and when this little... Is it playing? Yeah, when this little time slider hits this clip, it'll come in. Now, again, if you want to make that text stay on screen longer, just extend it, and the text will be on screen for longer. So when this little time slider hits this little text clip by here, however long this is on for, that'll be when you see the text. And let's pause. Again, you can have it at the bottom, at the top, any of these, and any of these different, let's go for classic, any of these different looks. That's quite nice. And it'll be on for as long as you tell it. So let's just click done. And now our text is going to appear like that. Okay. Now, once you're done, let's say you've played it through and this is what you want. Once you're done, what you'll need to do is you'll need to come and you'll need to go to finish video. Now you have got the option, before I do that, you can add some background music. So if you click here, you can listen to a whole host of background music. So let's say, for example, let's turn this up. Let's say we go for this one. Okay, let's select this and we can say we want it to be quite quiet though, because there's going to be talking going on in screen recording. Let's now click done. And if we give it a play now, 64 there is actually music in the background. Okay, so that's kind of how you can do that per clip, but I tend to not do that, and if I were to do that, I'd be doing it in other editing software, but this is just a basic one, so you really don't have to worry about that. Now let's say, right, okay, we want to add our own audio. You can come in here and click, what I did then is I clicked custom audio. And you can say, right, add the audio file. You'll navigate to where it is on your computer. Let me just go and find one of mine. So this is an audio file that I would use. Click OK, click open. And now I can see that my audio is going to be just by here. Now my audio track isn't that long, so this is how long it'll be running for. So it'll just be running in the background. So if I click play, I can hear that it's happening in the background, okay? But again, you don't have to worry about audio. If this is your first time video editing, I really wouldn't worry about audio at this point. You're just trying to get a nice little edit together. So once you've finished, what you can do is come to Finish Video. And what this will do is, if you hover over it, says it'll export a shareable video file. What that means is it's going to take all of these clips and it's going to compress them into one playable video file. So let's click Finish Video. And you've got a few options in here. So do you want it high quality, medium, or low? Now, to be honest, you're most likely going to want to go for high quality, unless you can think of a reason why you'd go medium. I can't think of a reason off the top of my head, but we're going to go with high. Okay. I would make sure this is ticked. Use hardware accelerated encoding. It just makes sure your export goes faster. So yeah, let's just click export. And we can now say, where do we want to save it to? Let's save it to our desktop and we'll call it lesson 1. Click export and you'll see this little progress bar that comes up. What you'll need to do is you'll need to wait until this progress bar is completed, and then if you navigate to wherever you saved it, in my case it's the desktop, you will see that your video file is there ready for you to either upload to YouTube or share with your class in Microsoft Teams, email out to a bunch of people, anything you want, however you want to share that. Okay, so once it's finished exporting, you'll have a little window that pops open like this, and you can then play your video. So you can see lesson 1, it goes into each individual clip. There's music in the back of some of them. And you can now, if you want, you can click share and it'll open up your email contacts and stuff like that, and you can try and share it. But to be honest, you'll probably have your own way of sharing it. You may want to upload it to YouTube or whatever. So let's click X from that, and I'm going to X out of this. Just like that. That will have saved, by the way. So if we go back into photos and click on video editor, you'll see this project here, and we've got all of that stuff in there from last time. So I'm just going to click X. Also, if we look at my desktop, you can see I've got lesson 1. This is a video file. If I double click, it'll open, and this is a compilation now of all those different video clips together. Okay, so I hope that helped you. Do leave a comment below on anything that you want me to do a video on next. Subscribe and like this video as it helps get it out to more people so I can help more people. But yeah, I really hope that helps you guys, and I'll see you in another future video tutorial.